Hello, Steamers fans, and welcome into another broadcast of Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. I'm Luke Milai. Thank you so much for joining me tonight as the Steamers don their American flag base uniforms tonight against the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs, another PCL matchup here at historic Hicks Field. It's Albemarle Area United Way night. That's the reasoning for the American flag jerseys. Every player with an American flag jersey, those will be auctioned off during the game. Everyone in attendance is bidding for those. And it's the second specialty jersey the Steamers have worn. They wore the Edenton Steamers and the Edenton Aces combined jerseys earlier this season. Had some good auctions up for that night, and we're expecting to see a lot more tonight. This place is packed to nearly the brim. So if you're joining me on the webcast, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me for this matchup tonight. The Sea Dogs come into this one at 6-4 overall, 4-4 in Premier Collegiate League play, while the Steamers are at 17-5 and leading the league at 13-5 in PCL play. The Steamers are 11-3 at home. They've won their last 8 contests at historic Hicks Field. These teams have matched up twice before this season. Both of them came right here at historic Hicks Field. The Steamers won both of those matchups, but it's a competitive team. It's one of 3 teams in the league that does not have a losing record. The Sea Dogs, once again, are 4-4 in PCL play. Edenton and Tarboro both have winning records, and the other 3 teams are below 500. So we've seen the Sea Dogs give the Steamers some competition before. We'll expect to see it again tonight. On the mound for the Steamers, Jack Van Doren. Making another start for Edenton. His last start was against Tarboro, where he went 4 1/3 in a Steamers win. He has not pitched against Virginia Beach this season. The Sea Dogs will lead things off with Trey Keels tonight. He'll swing through the first pitch, and we're underway at historic Hicks Field. Keels getting the start out in left field tonight. And he'll take that one outside for a ball. Count evens up 1-1. Keels was 2 for 4 the last time these teams matched up. So he takes that one down low for a ball, 2-1. And he'll be a rising freshman at West Virginia University this upcoming season. Keels leaves that one up high, 3-1 the count. He's only played in 5 games this season out of the 10 for Virginia Beach. He's got 4 doubles, hitting .385. And he works a leadoff walk here to begin the game. Van Doren only issued 1 walk through the entirety of his last start. Not usually an issue for him. The leadoff man is aboard for the Sea Dogs. Emmett Jefferson up to the plate now for Virginia Beach. He'll show bunt. He gets it down in front of the base. It's picked up by Kermode. Thought about going to second. He'll go to first instead, where Tate Abbott's able to hang on for out number 1. We saw this from the Suffolk Voyagers last night when they got a leadoff man against the Steamers on base. They usually always try and play a little bit of small ball and bunt him over. The Voyagers did that twice last night. So that'll bring Bryce Lane up to the plate with Keels out at second. 1 out here in the first. Lane will swing and send that one high down the right field line, tailing towards foul territory and up against the Sea Dogs bullpen on the right side. Bryce Lane getting the start over at first base tonight for the Sea Dogs defensively. Lane's played in 6 games this season for Virginia Beach. He's hitting .300. He's also knocked in 9 RBIs to lead the team. He's got a runner out in scoring position, just 1 out. And Lane will call time as Van Doren was taking a couple of peeks back at Keels. That one is swung on, hit high in the air out to center. Moving back is Nate Paulson. He's under it. He'll make the catch. Keels tagging from second to third. The throw to third had a lot of velocity on it, but it's wide left of the bag, so Keels gets in standing up. And the Sea Dogs keep moving Keels 90 more feet. He's now over at third, but there's 2 outs here in the first. And the Sea Dogs will look to Sammy Cannella to try and bring Keels that final 90 feet. And he'll swing and foul that one off the mask of Kermode for strike 1. Keels did his job the last time these teams met up at historic Hicks Field. Got on base a couple of times, and Sammy Cannella is the guy that can knock people in. Last time he was here, he went 2 for 3, including a solo home run. Van Doren's ahead in the count. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Down low, nice stop by Kermode to go down to get it. Kind of leaving up 1-1. This is Van Doren's 3rd start of the season. He's pitched 11 1/3 innings. Struck out 12 through those 11 innings. And he'll take low for a ball. 2-1 now the count for Sammy Cannella. Two and one the count. Van Doren's pitch. Swung on, fouled, right side. It'll travel over the Sea Dogs dugout and out of play to even up the count, 2-2. Van Doren's allowed 6 earned runs this season. 4 of those 6 came in his last appearance, a start against Tarboro. Went 4 1/3, allowed 4 runs on 7 hits. So outside of that start, he's really held teams down. And he's 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. 2-2 the count, the pitch. Swung on line into left field. That'll drop for a base hit. And Sammy Cannella does it again. Knocks in a run for his 2nd straight game against the Steamers. And he gets the Sea Dogs out ahead early, 1-0. That'll bring TJ McGowan to the plate as he'll look to keep the line moving for the Sea Dogs with Cannella over at first. First pitch is swung on and missed by McGowan, 0-1. McGowan getting the start over at third base tonight for Virginia Beach. And Van Doren has Cannella caught up. They throw down to second. It is in time. Van Doren threw over to first. Cannella took off for second. And the throw down to Chase Bruno at second base is in time to wrap up the top of the first. But the Sea Dogs get on the board in their first at-bat. It is 1-0 Virginia Beach as we head to the home half of the first. Hello and welcome back to historic Hicksfield, where the Steamers trail the Sea Dogs 1-0 here on Albemarle Era United Way night. Steamers wearing their patriotic jerseys, as the Steamers have a new lineup tonight. The man of the hour, Chase Bruno, back in that leadoff spot after getting last night off. Chase Bruno recently broke Joey Wendell's hit streak record for Steamers history. Got a hit in 21 straight games compared to Wendell's 19. So Bruno earned a well-deserved day off last night. He's back over at short in the starting spot today, and he lines the first pitch he sees out to deep center field. Moving back is Cannella to the wall. It's over his head and up against the wall. Bruno's over to second, thinking about third. He'll stop at second, standing up. Time to start a new hit streak as Chase Bruno leads things off with a leadoff double. And that'll bring up the most dangerous man in historic Hicksfield. The cars behind the fence hate him. Tanner Thatch is up to the plate. Thatch lets the first pitch come across for a called strike, 0-1. Last night, Thatch was in the 2-hole as the designated hitter, and he did about as much as you could ask. He had 2 home runs, including a grand slam late in the game to put the game out of reach. Thatch will send that one high in the air to left center field. Cannella moving to his right towards the gap. It's still carrying, and it's up against the wall. Bruno's going to come in to score. Thatch will stroll into second. Back-to-back doubles to start the first for the Steamers offense, and we're all tied at 1. Tanner Thatch continues to put runs across. That's his 21st RBI of the season. After having 6 RBIs last night, you can't imagine he's done just yet. That'll bring Jackson Hipp to the plate. Out in right field for the Steamers tonight. He'll leave that one up and away from Sam Slevin, who's starting tonight for the Sea Dogs. Slevin making his second start of the season. As Hipp will chop that one to the right side, through the hole for a base hit. Thatch will be held up at third as the throw comes home. And the Steamers have runners at the corners, 3 consecutive hits to open up the first inning against Slevin. And that'll bring Tate Abbott up to the plate with 2 men on. Still nobody out here in the first. And Abbott will swing through the first pitch he sees. 0-1 the count. Sam Slevin has pitched in 5 total games this season, a 1.35 ERA. He had only given up 1 run coming into tonight. The Steamers already got 1 off of him here in the inning as Abbott takes for a called strike at the knees. 0-2 the count. It's Tanner Thatch over at third, who doubled. Jackson Hipp at first, who singled. Runners at the corners, nobody out. 0-2 to Abbott. He nearly offers that, it holds back. It's outside for a ball, 1-2. Abbott swings and barely got a piece of it. It's dropped. Would have been a foul tip, strike 3, but it came in and out of the glove of Lincoln Lubson behind the plate, and Abbott has an extra life here at the plate. Tate Abbott was one of the many Steamers that had the night off last night. And he swings and misses strike 3, the first strikeout for Sam Slevin, and it's out number 1 here in the first. That'll bring Nate Paulson up to the plate now for the Steamers. Nate Paulson and Chase Bruner were the only Steamers that had played in every game until last night, when each of them got the night off. Back in the lineup today, hitting fifth. First pitch, he'll send that one high in the air out to center. Canella moves to his left. He's under it. He'll make the catch. Thatch will tag from third. He'll score standing up. And the Steamers take a 2-1 lead. It's a sac fly for Nate Paulson. And the Steamers respond to the Sea Dogs' run in their half of the first with a pair here in the home half. Jackson Hipp remains over at first, as that'll bring Hunter Cole up to the plate. Cole hitting sixth, starting in left field tonight for Edenton. He'll leave the first pitch from Slevin low for a ball, 1-0. Cole also got a rest last night from the starting lineup. Back in the order today. Steamers with 3 hits already against Sam Slevin. He'd only given up 3 hits total in 5 appearances coming into tonight. Cole leaves that one low, 2-0 the count. Hunter Cole still looking for his first hit against Virginia Beach this season. He's 0 for 6 through 2 games. And that one will come across for a called strike at the knees. 2-1 now the count to Cole. Cole hitting .241 this season. .317 on base percentage. He'll swing at the 2-1 and foul it back. Count will even up 2-2 to Hunter Cole. Steamers got their first run on an RBI double from Tanner Thatch. And they took the lead thanks to a sac fly from Nate Paulson. 2-2 the count. Slevin's pitch. Down low for a ball. Count will fill up 3-2. Hipp will be off and running from first on the pitch. Hunter Cole, the 6th batter of the inning for Edenton. Hipp goes, the pitch. Called strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Sam Slevin, and he's able to limit the damage to just 2. But the Steamers take the lead here in their half of the first. It's Edenton 2 and Virginia Beach 1 as we head to the second. The new 2022 Edenton Steamers merchandise is here. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order, stop by Sound Feet Shoes of Edenton, or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up some of the brand new Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Hello and welcome back to historic Hicks Field. It's a packed house tonight here as the Steamers take on the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs. Clams out ahead 2-1. It's an action-packed first inning. Steamers had a couple of extra base hits, a sac fly, and they find themselves ahead with Jack Van Doren back out on the mound. His first pitch is fouled straight back by T.J. McGowan. McGowan was at the plate in the first inning before Sammy Cannella was picked off trying to go from first to second by Van Doren. Van Doren's 0-1 pitch is taken a bit off the plate. Cannell even up 1-1 to McGowan. McGowan reached 3 times the last time these teams played as he'll take outside, and he's shown his good eye against the Steamers. He went 0 for 1 with 3 walks the last time they met up. Two-one pitch is swung on and missed. Well, we thought it was 2-2. They're going to call it strike 3. And it's the first strikeout of the game for Jack Van Doren. Well, McGowan's eye must not have been as good as I thought it. Looked like he took a couple of outside pitches, and that'll bring Morris Ford up to the plate with 1 out in the second. So that one's a bit outside for a ball, 1-0. Van Doren quickly back to the windup. The 1-0 pitch is taken outside again. 2-0 the count. Morris Ford designated hitting tonight for the Sea Dogs. His first time against Van Doren. The 2-0 pitch is inside for a ball, 3-0. Ford hitting 6th in the lineup for Virginia Beach. Has only faced the Steamers 1 time. He went 0 for 1 in that at-bat. And he reaches for the first time. Oh, pardon me, a late strike call. 3-1 the count. Ford was on his way to first. It looked like Kermode had to go down and in to get it. Steamers will take it as the count moves to 3-1. That one swung on and missed. Van Doren working back into the count. It fills up at 3-2. Van Doren's ready. Here comes the 3-2. A called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the second for Jack Van Doren. There's 2 outs here in the second. Lincoln Lubson up to the plate now for Virginia Beach, and he'll leave the first pitch. It comes across for a called strike. 0-1 the count to Lubson. Lubson hitting 7th and catching tonight for Virginia Beach as he swings and fouls that one to the right side. Tate Abbott from first will give it a look as it travels over the net and out of play. 0-2 the count. Lincoln Lubson didn't play the last time these teams matched up. Back in the lineup here tonight. The 0-2 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-2. Jack Van Doren out of Long Island University. Trying to wrap up his second inning here in Edenton tonight. The 1-2. Swung on, hit out towards right field. Jackson Hipp will move to his left. He's under it, and he'll make the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Jack Van Doren on the mound. We'll head to the home half here to Store Kicks Field. Steamers out ahead 2-1. The Steamers are proud to announce that Venture Tours is the official travel partner of the team for the 2022 season. Venture Tours is a family-owned business specializing in motor coach transportation. The owners have been in the motor coach industry for more than 40 years, and a mixture of hard work and family legacy helped to create Venture Tours, one of the most successful motor coach companies in Hampton Roads, coastal Virginia. If you're interested in traveling with Venture Tours, give them a call at 757-494-1480 or visit VentureBusTours.com. Hello and welcome back to Historic Hicks Field on Albemarle Area United Way night. Steamers in their red, white, and blue uniforms here against the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs. They're out ahead 2-1 early. Jared Beebe will step into the box for Edenton to lead things off here in the second. He's against Sam Slevin, who's on the mound for his second inning for Virginia Beach. Beebe swings through the first pitch he sees, 0-1. Jared Beebe's been hitting well as of late. Has a home run in 2 straight games. And he'll send that one high in the air out to left center field. Not quite deep enough for another home run, as Cannella will make the catch running towards the warning track. 1 out here in the second, and that'll bring Case Kermode to the plate. Kermode had the night off last night as Jeremiah Boyd was in the starting lineup for Edenton. As Kermode will take up high for a ball, 1-0. Kermode last played against Tarboro, went 1 for 4 at the plate that night. And he'll send that one high in the air into the infield. Henderson from second moving to his right, and he'll make the catch leaning back for out number 2. Couple of quick outs for the Steamers offense, and that'll bring Bryce Stevens up to the plate. Stevens led off last night's game and played short in place of Chase Bruno. He moves back to the 9 spot today in a place that he's been pretty comfortable, and he's done a solid job in getting on base. So he'll take for a called strike, 0-1. Last night, Stevens doubled, knocked in a run, had a couple of walks. The 0-1 pitch is taken down low for a ball, 1-1. Those 2 walks, nothing new for Stevens, who leads the team with 18 walks. It's why he also leads the team in on-base percentage at .466. And he checks his swing, but he went a little too far. It's strike 2. Stevens at the plate with 2 down here in the second. 1-2 the count against Sam Slevin. Pitch swung on, hit high in the air, shallow right center field. Moving back is Henderson. He'll be called off from center by Cannella, who will make the catch for out number 3. The Steamers offense goes down 1-2-3 in the second. We'll head to the third here in Edenton with the Steamers out ahead 2-1. The Edenton Steamers are excited to announce that they'll be hosting one more youth baseball camp this summer, and it's coming up. The dates are July 13th through the 15th, where young baseball players between the ages of 5 and 13 are welcome. The cost is $100 to register, and your kid will receive first-class instruction from some of the best college baseball players around. Visit EdentonSteamers.com to register today. Hello and welcome back to historic Hicks Field, where the Steamers are out ahead 2-1 over the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs. Jack Van Doren back on the mound for Edenton for his third inning of work. Remember, he worked into the fifth inning in his last start as the first pitch is outside to Henderson, 0-1, 1-0. Henderson over at second base tonight for the Sea Dogs. He'll swing and miss at that one. Count will even up 1-1. It's the 8, 9, and 1 spots, 2 up for the Sea Dogs here in the third. Henderson leading things off. The 1-1 pitch. He'll take it for a called strike, 1-2. Henderson went hitless against the Steamers in the last matchup, went 0-3, struck out a couple of times. And he grounds that one over to second. Stevens moves to his left. He'll throw to first in time for out number 1. That'll bring up the man hitting ninth tonight. Sean Stewart will come to the plate for the Sea Dogs. Stewart over at shortstop defensively for Virginia Beach. And he's up with 1 out here in the third. He'll take that one outside. 1-0 the count. Van Doren's been quick to get into the windup tonight. The 1-0 pitch is inside corner for a called strike. 1-1. One pitch is taken just outside for a ball. 2-1. Van Doren's pitch down low. Count will move to 3-1 to Sean Stewart. He's hitting .250. He's only played in 4 games this season for Virginia Beach. .538 on base percentage. He'll take that one for a called strike. 3-2. Van Doren with a full count. From the windup, here's the pitch. Down low, ball 4. As Case Kermode wanted to start throwing it around the horn. It's the second walk of the night issued by Van Doren. And the Sea Dogs have a man over at first with just 1 out in the third. Back to the top of the order for Virginia Beach. Trey Keels up to the plate, who had one of those 2 walks issued by Van Doren. Walked in his only plate appearance. First pitch is up high for a ball. 1-0 the count to Keels. Again, Keels not a lot of action this season. Just 5 games played coming into tonight. Half the games for Virginia Beach. He'll take that one inside, and the Sea Dogs starting to make Van Doren throw them strikes as they've gotten out ahead of back-to-back counts. 2-0 to Trey Keels. He'll swing and send that one high in the air to shallow left center field. Moving in is Cole from left. He'll call everyone off, and then Paulson comes in at the last moment to make the catch from center field for out number 2. That'll bring Emmett Jefferson up to the plate with a runner over at first and 2 outs in the third. Last time up, Jefferson bunted to get a man into scoring position. That was Keels. But now with 2 outs, he'll be swinging away. Van Doren's first pitch is fouled back. Got a piece of the right hand of Case Kermode. For strike one, 0-1 the count. Something great about Van Doren's pitch from the stretch is that some base runners just have a real tough time telling when he's going to the plate or when he's going to make the pickoff move. We saw him get Sammy Cannella on the bases earlier in this game. So Sean Stewart over at first, instead of getting a secondary lead, he was moving back towards first as Van Doren went to the plate. The 0-1, and now they throw over, and he's safe. The throw is to the outside of Tate Abbott. He had to make the catch and turn all the way back to try and apply the tag, and Stewart used that extra half second to get his left hand in. He was beat by the throw. It was just a little outside. Now Van Doren quickly to the plate. It's a swing and a miss from Keels, 0-2 the count. Van Doren mixing up his speeds now. Sometimes he'll hold up and put the runner in some trouble, or if he goes quickly, the batter has to adjust his timing. Van Doren's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled away, and we'll do it again.
If you signed up for the golf game, please report to the customer service.
Jefferson only got a pair of at-bats the last time these teams matched up. He went 1 for 2. A single and a strikeout that night for Jefferson. And Van Doren will throw over. Back in easily is Stewart. Boy, Stewart's not going to get very far off that first base bag. Only about a stride and a half. Here's the 0-2 across, and time was called. It looks like the umpire says, my bad. Van Doren's pitch was right down the chute, but Jefferson was stepping out, and he must have called time before the pitch was thrown. So the count will remain 0-2. See if Van Doren can place another pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Van Doren gets the swinging strikeout this time for out number 3. It's the third strikeout for Jack Van Doren, and he keeps the Steamers ahead going to the home half of the third. It's Edenton 2, Virginia Beach 1. Hello and welcome back to historic Hicks Field with the Steamers out ahead 2-1 over the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs. The third matchup between the teams this season. The Steamers have won the first two matchups, 2-0 this season. All three games so far have taken place here at historic Hicks Field. The Steamers yet to go out to Lakewood Park to take on the Sea Dogs. Sam Slevin back out on the mound for Virginia Beach as Chase Bruno leads things off here in the third. He'll swing at the first pitch and slam it off the brick wall in front of the Steamers dugout. 0-1 the count. Chase Bruno back in the hit column tonight, had a leadoff double to begin the first inning, eventually came around to score on a Tanner Thatch double. Bruno will swing and send that one towards right field, but it's right at Jefferson, who comes in to make the catch. And it's the first out here in the third. And that'll bring Tanner Thatch up to the plate with one away here in the third. Thatch will take that one for a called strike, 0-1. Thatch launched an RBI double out to left center field his first time up. It's a lot of power going that opposite way and to straight center field. So he'll take outside for a ball, 1-0. Seen a good amount of his home runs go out over that center field fence. Had a couple of home runs on the road that went to straightaway center. So he'll take that one. It's off the glove of Lubson, goes all the way back for a ball, 2-1. But last night, the biggest hit of the night is grand slam, pulled it out to right field. That ball was absolutely launched from Thatch, who leads the team with 6 home runs this season. He'll take inside for a ball, 3-1. I talked to Thatch today for an interview for Steamer of the Week. You can check it out on the Steamer's social media, on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. He told me his biggest adjustment has been people pitching inside at the college level. As that one's down low, ball 4. Thatch is aboard with one out here in the third. Not the guy you want to give a lot of pitches to hit, and he'll take first base. As Jackson Hipp will come up to the plate here in the third. First pitch to Hipp is popped up in the infield. Moving in is Henderson from second towards the bag. And he'll make the catch right over that second base bag for out number 2. Henderson's had to reach back to catch a couple of the pop-ups in the infield, but he's made both plays. And that'll bring Tate Abbott up to the plate. With 2 outs here in the third, Tanner Thatch over at first. Swung on a miss by Abbott, 0-1 the count. Abbott will take a long walk outside of the box. He struck out in his only at-bat against Slevin tonight. Abbott will swing through that one, 0-2 the count. Tate Abbott back in the starting lineup tonight after getting the night off against Suffolk last night. He's hitting .273 coming into tonight. He's down 0-2 against Slevin. The pitch is poked out towards center field. Cannella moving back, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. Sam Slevin works around a walk here in the third to keep the score at 2-1 Edenton. Each team without a hit since the first inning. We'll head to the fourth here at historic Hicks Field. The Albemarle Area United Way is a nonprofit organization that improves residents' lives in 9 counties throughout northeastern North Carolina. This year, the Steamers have partnered up with the United Way and are looking forward to helping raise money for their services. Tonight, the Steamers are wearing specially themed patriotic jerseys for the game. These jerseys are being auctioned off during the game, where all proceeds will go back to the Albemarle Area United Way. A huge thank you to H2OBX Water Park for making this night possible for the Albemarle Area United Way. About as packed as I've ever seen historic Higgs Field. Looks to be standing room only at this point, as we're in the top half of the fourth between the Steamers and the Sea Dogs. Steamers out there in their patriotic American flag-based jerseys tonight. They've made them look good so far. A couple of runs to inch out ahead of Virginia Beach. The largest attendance for the Steamers this season is 987. That was back against the Norfolk Redbirds. That game ended up losing a lot of its attendance halfway through thanks to an hour and 36-minute rain delay. But the weather looks beautiful tonight as Jack Van Doren's back out on the mound. His first pitch is a called strike to Bryce Lane. Lane up to the plate for the second time tonight. Flew out in his only at-bat. Hitting third in the Virginia Beach lineup. That one swung on and missed by Lane, 0-2. Van Doren's done a nice job tonight, coming off a start where he went 4 1/3, but allowed 4 runs in that game. So that one's lined out towards left center field, moving to Cole's left, and it's into the gap for a base hit. It'll drift up against the wall. Rounding first and heading for second, standing up is Lane. It's a leadoff double to begin the fourth for Bryce Lane. It's the first hit since back in the first inning for Virginia Beach. There's a man out in scoring position, nobody out for Sammy Cannella. Cannella knocked in the only run of the night for Virginia Beach with an RBI single back in the first. He'll swing through the first pitch from Van Doren, 0-1. All 3 runs scored by both teams tonight. We're back in the first inning. Van Doren a couple of peeks back at Lane at second, and Cannella will call time at the plate, still 0-1. Sammy Cannella's RBI back in the first gave him 9 runs batted in this season, tying him for the team lead for the Sea Dogs. So swing through the 0-1, 0-2 the count. Cannella hitting .370 this year, the guy that the Sea Dogs won at the plate with a runner in scoring position. But he swings and misses at that one. Jack Van Doren, his 4th strikeout of the night, is a big one for out number 1 here in the 4th. TJ McGowan up at the plate now for Virginia Beach. That one's outside for a ball, 1-0. McGowan struck out in his only at-bat against Van Doren tonight. That one just misses for a ball. Count moves to 2-0 to TJ McGowan. McGowan hitting 5th tonight for the Sea Dogs with a runner out in scoring position. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-1. Van Dorn getting a lot of swing and misses here to begin this fourth inning, trying to keep the Steamers out in front. Two and one the count. And Van Dorn will throw back to second. Stevens was there to covering, but Lane gets back in safely. Van Dorn's done a nice job this season, although it's just his fifth appearance. He had that 4-run outing against the River Bandits in his last start, but prior to that, he hadn't allowed more than one earned run in any of his 3 appearances. So that one's grounded over towards second. Stevens moves to his left. He'll scoop it up throw to first in time for out number 2. Moving over from second to third is Lane. And again, the Sea Dogs have a runner over at third with 2 outs. As a child has run onto the field as Cameron Bassnight out there to make the play.
The interim race started. That's what it was.
As they're setting up for the mascot race in between the fourth inning here tonight. And someone got a bit antsy as they saw Bryce Lane over at third. They thought, why can't I go out to second? It's open now. Morris Ford up to the plate, and he'll take outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. The Sea Dogs were in the same situation back in the first. Runner at third, 2 outs. They were able to knock the run in. But Morris Ford 0 for 1 tonight, struck out in his only at bat. He'll swing and pop that one up right side. Tate Abbott in foul territory, moving to his left. He's under it, and he makes the catch. A big smile on the face of Tate Abbott and the Steamers. Pumping up Abbott after catching a pop-up over at first. We'll head to the home half of the fourth here at Historic Hicks Field with the Steamers leading the Sea Dogs 2-1. Hello and welcome back to this broadcast of Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. I'm Luke Meli. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's Albemarle Area United Way night. The Steamers celebrating the 4th of July. They've got a couple of days off, so this is the night to do it here in Edenton, July 2nd. The Steamers wearing their patriotic jerseys based on the American flag, and they've worked out pretty well so far, out ahead of the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs 2-1. So we head to the bottom of the fourth. Nate Paulson will lead things off for the Steamers. He'll take high on the first pitch from Sam Slevin. Still out on the mound for his 4th inning of work for Virginia Beach. He's given up a couple of runs, allowed 3 hits. As Paulson sends that one high in the air out to left. Keels moving back towards the wall, running out of room, and that ball is gone! Nate Paulson, a solo home run to extend the Steamers' lead. It's now 3-1 Edenton. That's Paulson's third home run of the season. And it's the first home run of the night for Edenton, and that's a good sign for them. The Steamers have homered in 11 of their last 12 coming into tonight. They had won 11 of their last 12 coming into tonight. Some good odds when the Edenton offense puts one over the fence. That'll bring Hunter Cole up to the plate with nobody out here in the fourth. Cole sends that one high down the left field line. Tailing, it'll drift over the fence foul. 0-1 the count to Hunter Cole. Nate Paulson now the sixth Steamer with double-digit RBIs this season after that home run. As Cole takes on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-2. Hunter Cole struck out looking in his only at-bat tonight. He leaves that one outside from Slevin, 1-2 the count. The home run by Paulson was the Steamers' first hit since the first inning. They've got 4 tonight. As Cole takes that one, that bounced about 3 feet before the plate. Count will even up 2-2. Again, Cole out in left field tonight after Tyler West got the start out in left last night against the Suffolk Voyagers. Slevin's ready. Here's the pitch. Down low, 3-2. Cole works back from being behind 0-2 in the count. The last game that Cole played, that was back in Tarboro. He went 1 for 4, knocked in a run. 3-2 pitch is swung on, lined out towards center field. Canella moves to his left, and he'll make the running catch for out number 1. Sammy Canella's been busy out there in center. He's made just about every play. And that's out number 1 here in the fourth.
Number 24, Jared Beebe.
That'll bring Jared Beebe up to the plate. Hitting 7th tonight in the Steamers lineup over at third base defensively. Beebe holds off on the first pitch. It's up high for a ball, 1-0. Beebe flew out in his only at-bat tonight. And he'll let the second pitch come across. Just missed for a ball. 2-0 now the count to Beebe. Beebe heating up as of late, now hitting .288 this season. That one's up high, 3-0. Hitting .288 overall, but he's got a home run in each of the last 2 games. We'll see if they let him swing away 3-0 here. Already with a home run in the inning off the bat of Nate Paulson. Beebe leaves it up high for ball 4. He walks on 4 pitches, and the Steamers have a man over at first with 1 out in the fourth. It's the second walk issued tonight by Sam Slevin. Head coach John Bivens will come out to chat with his pitcher. The whole infield there is Slevin. Looks like he's had the ball taken out of his hands. He'll shake his coach's hand, and he'll head back to the dugout. A new man will be on the mound for the Sea Dogs, who trail 3-1. The Steamers already have 1 on the board in the inning. They've got another on the bases. Hello and welcome back to historic Hicks Field, where the Sea Dogs have made their first pitching change of the night. Will Wyan into the game on the mound, the right-hander out of Randolph-Macon. Sam Slevin started, went the first 3 1/3, allowed 4 hits, walked 2, 3 runs, including a home run to Nate Paulson here in the 4th. If that one misses for a ball or a strike, pardon me, to Kermode, as Lubson throws back to first to try and get Beebe. He's back in safely. William Wyan, this is only the second game he's pitched in this season. That one's down low for a ball. 1-1 now, the count to Kermode. In that appearance, Wyan went 2 1/3, allowed 3 hits, walked 1, struck out 5, and allowed no runs in that appearance. 1-1 pitch is outside for a ball. 2-1 now, the count to Kermode. Case Kermode hitting 8th in the Steamers lineup tonight. He popped out in his only at-bat. Wyan's pitch is chopped over through the hole on the left side for a base hit. Case Kermode with his first hit of the night. The Steamers now have 5 hits in the game. They've got runners at first and second with just 1 out. And that'll bring Bryce Stevens up to the plate. Stevens hitting 9th in the lineup tonight for Edenton. Flew out his first time up. He's got 2 on. He's got Jared Beebe out at second, who walked, and Case Kermode over at first, who singled. Stevens will take that one for a called strike, 0-1. The second batter Wyan has faced tonight. Slevin's responsible for the runner out at second. That's Beebe. The Sea Dogs trail by 2, trying to keep it that way, as Stevens will take outside for a ball. 1-1. The right-hander Wyan with a long stare in. He's got his sign. Pitch outside for a ball. 2-1 to Stevens. Wyan will be a rising freshman at Randolph-Macon this upcoming season. He hasn't pitched against the Steamers this season. Trying to work out of a jam for Virginia Beach. The 2-1 pitch is swung on, hit high out towards left center field. Canella moves to his right towards the gap. He'll make the catch. Beebe will fake a tag from second, draw the throw, and he's back in for out number 2. And we've seen Jared Beebe and Case Kermode get mixed up on those before, where Beebe faked a tag and got Kermode off of his base, and the Steamers were eventually tagged out on a rundown. The 2 communicate well that time. And there's 2 down in the 4th as Chase Bruno comes to the plate. The leadoff man. It's the 3rd time through the Steamers' order tonight. Bruno will face off against Wyan for the first time. He'll let the first pitch come across outside for a ball, 1-0. Bruno's 1 for 2 tonight. He doubled back in his first at-bat, flew out in at-bat number 2. Bruno leaves that one outside for a ball. He's quickly ahead, 2-0. You don't want to throw a lot of strikes to the top of this Steamers lineup. They can do a lot of damage. Chase Bruno and Tanner Thatch combined to knock in 37 runs this season. Bruno takes that one across for a called strike, 2-1. Bruno not in the lineup last night, getting his first night off of the season after playing in the first 21 games. The Steamers were still just fine without some of their usual starters. Bruno fouls that one away, 2-2. It was a 14-2 win against the Suffolk Voyagers last night for Edenton. They improved to 17-5 on the season, 13-5 in PCL play. 2-2 the count to Bruno. Runners over at first and second. 2 outs here in the fourth. The pitch. Outside. Count fills up. 3-2 now to Bruno. The runners will be off on the pitch. It's Jared Beebe at second, Case Kermode at first. Chase Bruno at the plate. Wyan is ready. The pitch. Swung on, chopped over to the left side. McGowan stays down on it. He'll throw over to first, and he is not in time to get Bruno. It was dug out of the dirt by Lane at first, but Bruno sprinting out of the box. It's an infield hit for Chase Bruno. And he loads the bases up here in the fourth. And a very familiar situation to last night. Tanner Thatch steps into the box with the bases loaded. I said it last night, I'll say it again. The last man you want to pitch to with the bases loaded, as he fouls that one straight back, 0-1. Thatch hit a pair of home runs last night, including a grand slam. He's got 3 on, down in the count, 0-1. Thatch will send that one the other way out towards left field. It'll drop in for a base hit. Beebe's in to score. Kermode's around third. He'll score with no throw from Keels in left. It's a 2-run single for Tanner Thatch. He makes it a 5-1 Steamers lead. Thatch has knocked in 3 of the 5 runs tonight for the Steamers. He knocked in 6 runs one night ago. He's already up to 3 tonight. As the Steamers all of a sudden out ahead 5-1. The inning's not over yet. Jackson Hipp up to the plate. A couple of big 2-out hits for Edenton, keeping the inning alive as Hipp pops that one up. Shallow right center field. Jefferson moving in from right. He's called off by Canella out in center, who makes a running catch to wrap up the inning. But the Steamers put 2 more on the board here in the fourth, thanks to a 2-run single from Tanner Thatch. We'll head to the fifth here at Historic Hicks Field with Edenton out ahead 5-1. Hello and welcome back to Historic Hicks Field. After the Steamers put 3 on the board in the fourth, they now lead 5-1. Jack Van Doren back out on the bump for the Steamers, trying to work through the 5th inning. He'll face off against Lincoln Lubson, leading this off for Virginia Beach, who fouls it off of Kermode. Got him right in the right hand. That's the 2nd time tonight a foul ball has gotten Case Kermode's right hand. It's the home plate umpire. doing the courteous thing, going all the way out to the mound to hand Van Doren a ball. So it's 0-1 the count to Lupson. For Jack Van Doren, in his last start against Tarboro, he went 4 1/3. He's nearly reached that mark here tonight. But it's been good to see Van Doren extend himself here at Edenton. Only pitched 5 1/3 this spring at Long Island University. The 0-1 pitch to Lupson. Way outside, 1-1 the count. Lupson hitting 7th and catching tonight for Virginia Beach. He'll swing at the 1-1 and foul it straight back and out of play. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Jack Van Doren. And it's out number 1 here in the 5th. Van Doren's retired 4 consecutive Sea Dogs, and that'll bring Christian Henderson up to the plate. Henderson pops it up to shallow center field. Moving back from second is Bryce Stevens, and he'll make the catch on the grass for out number 2. A quick couple of outs for Van Doren on the mound as Sean Stewart will come up to the plate for Virginia Beach. Stewart reached his only time up. He walked back in the 3rd. One of a couple of walks tonight for Van Doren. So that one's in the dirt through the legs of Kermode. The count moves to 1-0. Van Doren's only thrown 62 pitches up to this point tonight. As that one's inside again. 2-0 now the count to Stewart. Van Doren from the windup with 2 outs here in the inning. Swung on, fouled, first base side. And into the fence. 2-1 now the count to Sean Stewart. Here comes Van Doren's 2-1. Up high for a ball, 3-1 the count. Steamers only had to use 3 pitchers last night. Michael Allen went the first 6. Gage Riddick came in, went 2 2/3 before Travis Hammer got the final out in the 9th. They've got a relatively fresh bullpen. That one's fouled away. 3-2 now the count. And they only had to use a few pitchers the night before in Tarboro. Riddick was one of them as well. That was Wolking and Bates the other 2 that night. And the Steamers, remember, have 2 days off after tonight. That one got away from Van Doren for ball 4. And it's a 2-out walk for Sean Stewart. That's the 2nd time he's walked tonight. We're back to the top of the order for the Sea Dogs. It's their 3rd time through the lineup. Trey Keels up to the plate. Keels has reached in one of his 2 plate appearances. He walked back in the 1st and flew out in the 3rd inning. Van Doren back to the stretch with the runner over at 1st against Keels. That one's fouled straight back by Keels, 0-1. Keels had a couple of hits the last time these teams matched up. Went 2 for 4 that night, came around to score once. Still looking for his first hit in this game. Swing and a miss, 0-2. The Sea Dogs as a team only have 2 hits compared to the Steamers' 7. Steamers 5 runs on the board compared to the Sea Dogs 1. Van Doren's ahead in the count 0-2 with a runner over at first. The pitch. Swung on, popped up, foul territory. It'll drift back and out of play. The count will remain 0-2. Van Doren's done a nice job spreading out his base runners in this game. Only, as mentioned, a couple hits and also just 2 walks. 5 strikeouts have helped him out as well. Here's the pitch. That one's inside. 1-2 now the count to Keels. Once again, looks like the biggest crowd of the season here at historic Hicks Field, supporting their Steamers on July 2nd. That one's outside, 2-2. Again, the largest crowd the team's had this season is 987. That game, most of them had to leave halfway through thanks to an extended weather delay. Tonight, they're all staying here. Some great weather here in Edenton as Van Doren will check over at first. Back in safely is Stewart. Every seat legitimately looks taken here at historic Hicks Field. A lot of people standing up to take this one in. 2-2 the count. The pitch just missed outside, 3-2. A lot of people here to take in the Steamers in their patriotic jerseys, thanks to the Albemarle Area United Way. These jerseys will be auctioned off, and all the proceeds will go back to the United Way. Full count. Stewart will be off from first on the pitch. The 3-2. Swung on, fouled away. We'll do it again. Although it's the biggest crowd of the season, it's not an anomaly for the Steamers to have a great home field advantage. 11-3 at historic Hicks Field this season. A place where they've won 8 consecutive games. They had the 10-game winning streak overall stat, but they've won 8 here at historic Hicks Field. Stewart's off. The 3-2 pitch is fouled away again. Keel's doing a nice job keeping this inning alive for the Sea Dogs. Virginia Beach down by 4 thanks to the 3-run inning in the 4th by Edenton. Still looking for their first win against the Steamers this season. Stewart's back over to first as Van Doren seemed to be in pickoff mode all the way there. We will have to wait for the 3-2 pitch again. Van Doren's ready. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Jack Van Doren wins the battle. It's strikeout number 6 for Jack Van Doren. And that'll wrap up the top half of the 5th. The Steamers still holding a 4-run lead over Virginia Beach Sea Dogs. Venture Tours is excited to announce the return of their Atlantic City Casino Day trips. You don't have to break your piggy bank to visit Atlantic City for the day. Tickets are $85 and you must be 21 years or older to participate. The trip includes $35 in free slot play at Resorts Casino. And these Saturday trips offer exciting escorted trips where you can ride in comfort and luxury. If you're interested in traveling with Venture Tours, give them a call at 757-494-1480 or visit VentureBusTours.com. Venture Tours, the official travel partner of the Steamers for the 2022 season. Hello and welcome back to historic Hicksfield, where the Clams are out ahead of the Sea Dogs 5-1. Tate Abbott leading things off for the Steamers, and he'll foul the first pitch back. 0-1 the count. Will Wyan back out on the mound for Virginia Beach? Came on in the fourth. In relief as Abbott sends that one high in the air to deep right field. Jefferson and Cannella back to the wall, and that one is long gone for Tate Abbott. The second straight inning with a solo home run for Edenton as Tate Abbott launches his second homer of the season, and that extends the lead. It's now 6-1 Steamers. The second run allowed in relief by Wyan so far tonight. And now he'll face the man that had the last solo home run, Nate Paulson, up to the plate. Paulson takes outside, 1-0 the count. Paulson's brought home a couple of runs tonight, had a sac fly back in the first and a solo home run in his last at bat. That one on the outside corner. 1-1 now the count. Wyan's pitch, and Paulson waits on it, chops it. It's going to be a tough play on the third base line for McGowan. His throw is low, not in time regardless. Paulson beat it out. It's the second hit of the night for Nate Paulson, and he's been productive in all three at-bats. The Steamers have a man over at first, nobody out here in the fifth. Hunter Cole up to the plate now for Edenton. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Cole gets under that one, pops it up to shallow center field. Cannella moving in, and he'll make the catch as it carried out there a bit for route number 1, pardon me. That'll bring Jared Beebe up to the plate with one out here in the fifth. Nate Paulson over at first. Beebe sends that one the other way out to deep right center field. Moving back is Jefferson. He's there on the track, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Case Kermode up to the plate now for Edenton. Is 1 for 2 so far tonight. Off and running is Paulson. There's no one covering second. He's in safely. Stewart tried to move over at the last second, but he never got all the way to the bag. And now the Steamers have a runner in scoring position for Kermode, who singled in his last at-bat, eventually came around to score. He'll take that one for a called strike, 1-1. Kermode's had some good days here at historic Hicksfield, a 3-hit game the last time he played here. So he'll take that one outside for a ball, 2-1. He's now knocked in 4 of his 5 RBIs this season over the past week. And Kermode will line that one out towards left center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Around third, coming in to score is Paulson standing up. And Paulson's stolen base looks all the more important as Case Kermode brings home another run for Edenton. It's now 7-1 on the RBI single. It's the second hit of the night for Case Kermode as John Bivens will go have another conversation, this time with Will Wyan. There's a couple arms warming up over in the Sea Dogs bullpen. We'll see if he makes the move now or if he's just giving them a bit more time to warm up. The Steamers 3 more hits in this inning. They're up to 10 on the game. They tacked on 17 hits last night against the Suffolk Voyagers. In that game, they had 14 runs. They're halfway there tonight, out ahead 7-1. Bryce Stevens up at the plate now for Edenton, 0 for 2 tonight. He's flown out a couple of times. He'll take that one for a called strike, 0-1. Stevens hitting ninth in the Steamers lineup, over at second base defensively. He's got Case Kermode over at first. That one's taken for a called strike quickly, 0-2 to Bryce Stevens. Stevens stands in against Wyan. Trying to wrap up the fifth for the Sea Dogs. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, Stevens held off, 1-2 the count. The Stevens at bat will wrap up the third time through the order for the Steamers offense. In the bottom half of the fifth, the pitch. Down in the dirt, gets by Lubson. And Kermode will move ahead 90 feet into scoring position. As the count evens up 2-2 to Stevens. Steamers taking every extra base tonight. Paulson's stolen base earlier in the inning put him into scoring position to get knocked home by Kermode. We'll see if Kermode advancing can allow Stevens to knock him in. Swung on, fouled right side over the fence and out of play. Count will remain 2-2. Stevens has knocked in 6 runs this season. He's got another opportunity with Kermode out in scoring position. Stevens will take that one outside, working back into the count after going down 0-2. It now fills up at 3-2. Stevens knocked in a run last night, had an RBI double. He's got a full count against Wyan here. The pitch. He'll swing and slowly chop it over to third, and it's drifting left of the foul line and foul. Count will remain full. We'll do it again. Steamers putting on a show in front of one of the most packed home crowds I've seen all season. 3-2 the count. The pitch. Swung on, chopped over to the third. And that one drifts foul again before it's picked up by McGowan. We'll do it again at 3-2. Steamers wearing their patriotic jerseys tonight for the Albemarle Area United Way. Jerseys currently being auctioned off during the game. All the proceeds going back to the United Way. Stevens, the 6th Steamer to the plate in the inning. And Wyan will step off and look Kermode back to second. Steamers already with 2 runs here in the inning. They've scored 5 between the last 2 innings. Swung on, grounded to the left side. It'll be a tough play. Backhanded by Stewart at short. His throw bounces all the way to first, and it got by the first baseman Lane. It drifts to the fence. Kermode comes in to score. Bryce Stevens is in at first, and the Steamers tack on another here in the 5th. It's now 8-1. A long at bat for Bryce Stevens, and he comes away with it over at first base. That'll bring the top of the order back up for Edenton. It's Chase Bruno for the 4th time tonight. That one up and away for a ball. 1-0 the count to Bruno. Chase Bruno 2 for 3 tonight. He's doubled and he reached on an infield hit his last time up. He leaves that one outside. 2-0 the count to Bruno. Had gone back-to-back games without tallying a hit, so it's good to see him back in that category here tonight. So he'll take that one outside. 3-0 the count. For those uninformed, Bruno broke the Steamers' all-time hit streak record, 21 consecutive games, overtaking Joey Wendell, who set the initial mark back in 2011 with 19 consecutive games with a hit. 3-0 pitch. He swings away and sends it high in the air to left. Keels is under it. He lost the ball in the lights, and it drops in. Holding at third is Stevens. Bruno moves over to second. Keels, it looked like he was under it, but he completely lost sight of the ball. Chase Bruno's aboard at second. Stevens moves over to third. And that'll bring Tanner Thatch to the plate. Thatch has already knocked in 3 runs tonight, and he's got 2 more in scoring position with 2 outs here in the 5th. Thatch takes for a ball, 1-0 the count. Remember, Thatch knocked in 6 runs last night. Halfway to that mark here tonight. The 1-0. He'll take up high for a ball, 2-0 the count to Thatch. Came up with the bases loaded his last time up and poked a 2-run single out to left field to bring home a pair. He'll swing 2-0 and foul it off the glove of Lupson. I think Thatch wanted to send that one over the scoreboard out in right field. Thatch back into the box. Count 2-1. He's reached all 3 times tonight. He'll take on the inside corner for a called strike. Count evens up 2-2 to Tanner Thatch. He's doubled, singled, and walked in this game. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a foul tip into the glove of Lupson. Strike 3. Lyon strikes out Thatch to strand a couple of Steamers, but the Clams put on a bunch more here in the 5th. A solo home run from Tate Abbott. And a run knocked in from Case Kermo. The Steamers are out ahead 8-1 as we head to the 6th here at Historic Hicks Field. Every year, the Steamers are proud to have the opportunity to raise money for the Jim Catfish Hunter ALS Foundation. On Saturday, July 16th, the Steamers will wear special themed jerseys that will be auctioned off during the game. Proceeds will go towards the fight to strike out ALS. Catfish Hunter is a Major League Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher that lived just a short distance from historic Hicks Field and was even a host family for the Steamers organization in its inaugural year. Unfortunately, he lost his battle with ALS over 20 years ago. The Steamers will continue to carry on his legacy and do their part to strike out ALS. We thank you for your support of this great cause. Hello and welcome back to historic Hicks Field, where the Steamers have made their first pitching change of the night. Jack Van Doren's night is done on the mound. He went 5 innings, allowed just a pair of hits, walked 3, and just 1 Sea Dogs run. Chris Morris into the game for Edenton on the mound. His first pitch is taken inside by Emmett Jefferson, who leads things off for the Sea Dogs here in the 6th. Morris's 1-0 is fouled away, count will even up 1-1. This is the 8th game of the season for Chris Morris. He's pitched 13 2/3, tallied up a 3-0 record. He's allowed just 1 run, a 0.66 ERA. The 1-1 pitch, down low for a ball, 2-1. Jefferson yet to reach tonight. He bunted in his first at-bat to move a runner over, and he struck out in at-bat number 2. He'll let that one come across for a called strike. Count evens up 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, up high for a ball, 3-2. Morris known to mix up his speeds in his windup. Went a bit faster on that pitch. We'll see if he slows it down here. Morris, the 3-2, swung on, grounded over to short. Chase Bruno takes it on some hops. His throw to first in time for out number 1. That'll bring Bryce Lane up to the plate. Lane is 1 for 2 tonight. He doubled in his last at bat. That pitch down low for a ball. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 from Morris. Swung on, chopped over to the left side. Handled by BB at third. He'll throw over to first in time for out number 2. Nice stretch there from Tate Abbott. Had to go to the right side of the bag to make that play. He held on. Two up, 2 down now for the Sea Dogs offense, and that'll bring Sammy Cannella up to the plate. Only 2 hits in the game for Virginia Beach, compared to the 11 for Edenton. First pitch to Cannella, down and in. 1-0 the count. Cannella may have the shiniest shoes I've seen from anyone at this point in the season. That one's up and in. After a low and in, that one gets up high on Cannella. 2-0 the count. Morris got behind the last 2 batters, eventually fought back and forced a couple of ground outs, trying to do the same here with Cannella. 2-0 pitch, swung on, popped up foul territory in front of the Sea Dogs dugout. It'll drift over the net and out of play. The count moves to 2-1 to Cannella. Cannella had an RBI single back in the first to put the Sea Dogs' only run on the board. And he struck out his last time up. Two and one the count. Morris is ready. The pitch This is outside for a ball, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2 the count. Morris trying to work through a 1-2-3 inning. The first time since the second. Here's the pitch. Check swing. They check over at first. They say he didn't go. And Canella draws a 2-out walk. It's the second time he's reached tonight. It's the fourth walk issued by Steamers pitching, the first for Morris. That'll bring TJ McGowan up to the plate. McGowan 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 at-bats tonight. That one's taken a bit inside. 1-0 the count. Morris will take a step off, and now he's ready to go. The fourth batter he's faced tonight came in relief of Jack Van Doren. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Again, Van Doren went the first 5 innings of this ball game, allowed a couple of hits, 3 walks, struck out 6. Just 1 Sea Dogs run that came way back in the first inning. They've scored in just 1 inning tonight. The Steamers have scored in 3 innings for their 8 runs. So that one's taken a bit off the plate. 2-1 the count. Morris trying to find the zone inside, outside, whatever corner he can hit. The zone tightening up a bit here as of late. The 2-1 to McGowan is taken down low for a ball, 3-1. Sea Dogs have seen their most success tonight. Watching pitches go by, they've only got 2 hits. That one's up high, ball 4. Back-to-back 2-out walks for the Sea Dogs. As TJ McGowan reaches for the first time in the game. That'll be Morris Ford coming up to the plate for Virginia Beach. Ford is also 0 for 2 coming into his 3rd plate appearance. Designated hitting tonight is Ford. Ford was hitting .412 through 8 games coming into tonight, 7 for 17. He's got a couple on base, 2 outs here in the 6th. First pitch is up and away to Ford, 1-0 the count. Ford's only knocked in 2 runs this season, despite having that .412 average. Hasn't had a lot of guys on with his hits, as he'll foul that one straight back. 1-1 the count. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. The pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. It's Sammy Canella down at second, TJ McGowan over at first. They both walked with 2 outs. And it's Morris Ford at the plate, behind 1-2 against Chris Morris. Morris's pitch, swung on, fouled away, first base side, out of play. We'll do it again at 1-2. Ford still hitless against the Steamers this season, went 0 for 1 in his only at-bat against Edenton. This will be as good a time as any for his first hit. The 1-2, outside, 2-2 the count. Morris again in his 8th game of the season. Hasn't allowed a run since his first appearance on June 4th. That one's check swung over to Beebe at third, and he'll just take it to the bag for out number 3. The Sea Dogs strand a couple on the bases. Chris Morris has a scoreless inning of relief. We'll head to the home half of the 6th with the Steamers out ahead 8-1. The Steamers are excited to announce a newfound partnership with the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Albemarle. This season will mark our first annual jersey fundraiser for the organization. To coincide with our Show-On County Cantaloupes moniker, we'll be wearing special themed jerseys on all home Tuesdays at Historic Hicks Field. At our final home Tuesday on July 19th, we'll be auctioning off those Cantaloupes jerseys, and all proceeds will go back towards the summer programs that benefit the kids of the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Albemarle. We would like to extend a huge thank you to RC Theaters Albemarle Movies 8 for their sponsorship and support of the Boys and Girls Club. Thank you for your support of a great cause. Hello and welcome back to Historic Hicks Field, where it's Albemarle Area United Way night. The Steamers in their patriotic jerseys, out ahead 8-1 over the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs as we're into the bottom of the 6th inning here at Edenton. A new pitcher on the mound for the Sea Dogs, Robert Hatcher, into the game for the first time. Hatcher working against Jackson Hipp, who's leading things off. He'll take that one near his feet for a ball, 1-0. Hipp is 1 for 3 so far tonight, singled back in his first at bat. He'll take that one on the inside corner for a called strike. Hatcher has pitched the most innings this season of any Sea Dog, 21 2/3. It's also a team-high 8th appearance for Thatcher. So that one is down low, and did he say that Hipp went? And they're going to say Hipp went around on that one. Hipp unhappy. Wants him to check over at first. They're not going to. Count moves to 1-2. It's Hatcher's 4th relief appearance. He started 4 times, and now he's made 4 times out of the bullpen. 1-2 the count now to Hipp. Swung on, chopped in front of home plate. Hatcher's got it. He'll throw to first in time for out number 1. That'll bring Tate Abbott up to the plate now for the Steamers, as Hipp gives a couple of claps in the direction of the home plate umpire. On his way by is Tate Abbott into the box. 1 out here in the 6th. Abbott takes down low for a ball, 1-0. Abbott notched a solo home run in his last at bat. He's 1 for 3 tonight. He'll swing and miss at that one. 1-1 the count. Hatcher, the third pitcher used by Virginia Beach tonight. Sam Slevin started, went the first 3 1/3. It's followed by William Wyant. As Abbott sends that one high in the air down the right field line. He thinks it's gone, and it is gone. A multi-home run game for Tate Abbott. And he puts the Steamers ahead 9-1. Boy, Abbott knew that one right off the bat. It's his second solo shot of the night. The Steamers now ahead by 8. The second consecutive inning with an Abbott home run. That'll bring Nate Paulson up to the plate. Paulson's had a good night as well, and he'll take the first pitch from Hatcher outside for a ball. In his first at bat, he knocked it around with a sac fly. Then he followed that with a solo home run. He's also got an infield hit in this game. Paulson will take outside off the glove of Lubson for a ball 2-0. Hatcher's pitch inside to Paulson. 3-0 the count. Paulson building on his .430 on-base percentage this season. He's already reached twice tonight. Out ahead in this count, 3-0 against Robert Hatcher. Pitch up high, ball 4. Nate Paulson draws a 4-pitch walk. It's the third time he's reached tonight. The Steamers have a man aboard with 1 out. It's only the third walk issued by Sea Dogs pitching tonight. The Steamers have done a lot of their damage with the bat. 12 hits tonight. As Hunter Cole's up to the plate, 0 for 3 in this one. He'll swing through that pitch, 0-1 the count. 12 hits tonight. The Steamers racked up 17 last night against the Suffolk Voyagers. That was a 14-2 win. They've got 9 on the board here tonight, and we're only in the 6th. As Hatcher will step off, and he'll reset. Second pitch to Cole, way outside. Lubson had to go over to get it. 1-1 the count. Cole looking to reach for the first time tonight after getting the night off against the Voyagers last night. Hitting .241 this season. Trying to build that back up. 1-1 the count to Cole. And Hatcher will step off again, taking a look over at Nate Paulson at first. Paulson's got a stolen base already tonight. That one's outside on Cole. 2-1 the count. Hunter Cole in the last game he did play, he knocked in a run against Tarboro and 1 for 4. He'll swing and miss at that one. Count evens up 2-2. Hatcher comes into this one with a 3.32 ERA. He's allowed 8 runs and make it 9 runs with the Abbott home run across 8 appearances. That one's inside on Cole. Paulson took off for second. They throw down and they've got him. Nice scoop by Lincoln Lubson at the plate on a pitch that was low and into Cole. The count fills up to Cole, but he drills Nate Paulson down at second. Sean Stewart made the catch and applied the tag. Two outs here in the inning. Steamers with no one on, full count to Cole. The pitch swung on, hit high in the air, fouled on the right side and out of play. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Steamers trying to hit that double-digit mark for the second night in a row. That once again had 14 last night. That one's down inside, ball four. Hunter Cole draws a two-out walk. It's the second walk of the inning issued by Hatcher, and he's aboard with two outs. Steamers have scored double digits in 7 games this season. They're one away here in the 6th. Jared Beebe up at the plate now for Edenton with Cole over at first. Beebe sends that one back towards the middle. Stewart dives to make the stop and flipped to second. He got him. An impressive play by Sean Stewart back behind the second base bag to get Hunter Cole out and finish off the 6th inning. But the Steamers add one on here in the inning. Another solo home run from Tate Abbott is second of the night. It's 9-1 Steamers as we head to the 7th. Hello and welcome back to Edenton, North Carolina, here at historic Hicks Field, where the Steamers are out ahead 9-1 over the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs. Thank you so much for watching and listening along to this broadcast of Steamers baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Steamers out ahead by 8 after Tate Abbott hit his second home run of the night. Both solo shots has one in each of the 5th and 6th innings. And Gavin Mangus will be on the mound for Edenton. And his first pitch to Lincoln Lubson is fouled away, 0-1. Mangus, the third pitcher used tonight by Edenton. Jack Van Doren started and went the first 5, allowed 1. Chris Morris threw a scoreless 6th inning. And now Mangus on the bump. And that one's down low for a ball. 1-1 now the count. It's the 5th appearance of the season for Mangus. He's pitched 3 innings so far, allowed just 1 run through those 3 innings, struck out a pair. That pitch is outside and low for a ball, 2-1. Mangus' last pitch to scoreless inning against the Suffolk Voyagers back in an 11-3 victory. So that one's across for a called strike. Count evens up 2-2. And Mangus has pitched an inning against the Sea Dogs this season. He pitched a scoreless inning here at historic Hicks Field against Virginia Beach. So it's the second time he's seen this lineup. 2-2 the count to Lincoln Lubson. The pitch. Swing and a miss on the ball in the dirt. Kermode will finish it off at first, and it's in time for out number 1. It's the first strikeout of the night for Mangus. It's the second strikeout for Lincoln Lubson, and that'll bring Christian Henderson to the plate. Henderson 0 for 2 tonight for the Sea Dogs. He's grounded out and popped out. First pitch is swung on and fouled off of Kermode. Might have got him in the hand again. He's already had 2 balls fouled off of his right hand, as this time he drops the glove immediately. Looks like he might be holding his left hand this time. He's got some tape on that hand already. He's going to take a bit of a longer walk this time as assistant coach Ashton Roy comes out to talk with Kermode. Mangus off the mound to see what's going on with his catcher. The Steamers trying to build up another winning streak. Their 10-game win streak was snapped in Tarboro a couple of nights ago. They won last night against the Suffolk Voyagers to improve to 17-5, 13-5 in Premier Collegiate League play. Good enough for first place in the league. They're 11-3 here at home, where they've won 8 games in a row in front of their home crowd. Mangus is ready to go. Kermode's back in his spot. The 0-1 pitch is outside for a ball, 1-1. The Tarboro River Bandits sit at second in the league at 5-3. The Virginia Beach Sea Dogs in third at 4-4. Those are the only 3 teams of the 6 without a losing record. 1-1 pitch up high, 2-1 now the count. We're going by winning percentage this season in the PCL to determine seeding and places in the standings. The teams will have an uneven amount of games played. So that one's outside for a ball. 3-1 now the count. So the Steamers, if you go by win percentage, lead with a 7.22 win percentage. Tarboro at 625 and Virginia Beach at 500. 3-1 pitch chopped over to third. Jared Beebe's got it. He'll throw over to first in time for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down against Gavin Mangus. And that'll bring Sean Stewart up to the plate for the Sea Dogs. Stewart has walked in each of his plate appearances tonight. He'll Take that one for a called strike from Mangus, 0-1. That one across at the knees for a called strike. Mangus quickly ahead 0-2 against Stewart. Lefty against righty. Stewart in the box. Mangus looking for a 1-2-3 inning. The 0-2. Outside for a ball, 1-2. Steamers have pitched very well, allowing just 1 run, 2 hits, but they've only had 1-1-2-3 inning tonight. That was back in the second. On 2, swing and a miss. He got him. Sean Stewart strikes out, swinging the second strikeout of the inning for Gavin Mangus. He pitches a scoreless inning of relief as we'll head to the home half of inning number 7 with the Steamers leading by 8. Edenton IT has all your repair needs. Another cracked phone screen? They've seen it. A computer virus has taken over? They've battled it. Password recovery needed? They've got you. In dire need of family filtering? Well, every family needs that. Call Edenton IT at 252-573-4591. Nobody likes to strike out by missing a Zoom call, losing data, having slow software, or even just a broken computer. Call Edenton IT at 252-573-4591 for all your computer service needs. Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance. Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, and an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players. You can visit EdensonSteamers.com and download a registration form today. The Edenton Steamers are the greatest show in town. How can we make that any better? Throw in some fireworks. The Steamers have one fireworks show scheduled for the remainder of the summer on Saturday, July 30th. Mark your calendars and we'll see you at the ballpark. Tonight at historic Hicks Field marks the second of 3 fireworks nights at the ballpark. Right at the conclusion of the game, we'll get fireworks out in center field. But still a couple of innings left to play. Case Kermode will lead things off for the Edenton offense. Kermode's 2 for 3 tonight. He's got a couple of hits, including an infield or an RBI single his last time up. As everybody's waiting around now, and we're ready to go. Had an extended break between the top and the bottom half of the 7th. Ray Ollert singing the Armed Forces Medley. Did a fantastic job. That's my host mom out there. As Case Kermode swings and foul tips that one into the glove of Daddy-O. 0-1 the count. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 due up in the Steamers lineup here in the 7th. They've got 7 double-digit scoring games this season. They're 1 away from number 8 here tonight. Kermode sends that one high in the air to center. Canella now sprints in, and he's under it. He'll make the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring Bryce Stevens up to the plate for the 4th time tonight for Edenton. Still looking for his first hit of the game. He's 0 for 3, flown out a couple of times and reached on an error. First pitch to Stevens. He'll send that one high in the air, deep to center field. Moving back is Canella towards the wall. And he makes the catch as he runs into the center field fence. About as close as you can hit it without hitting a home run out to straightaway center. That 350 sign. Canella was right to the left of it. There's now 2 down here in the 7th. Chase Bruno back up to the plate for the Steamers, and he'll check his swing. It's in there for a strike, 0-1. Bruno 3 for 4 tonight. A good response for Chase Bruno after a night off last night. Has a pair of doubles in this game as well. That one's down low for a ball, 1-1. One and 1 the count to Chase Bruno. He'll swing through that one, 1-2. It's now the 5th time through the Steamers lineup. That's the 5th at bat for Chase Bruno. Hatcher's ready. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, shot fouled on the third base side. We'll do it again at 1-2. Bruno's double a couple of innings ago was nearly a routine fly ball out to left field, but Keels lost it in the lights, and since it didn't hit his glove, it wasn't an error, as it harmlessly dropped to the ground. But nonetheless, a couple of extra base hits for Chase Bruno. The 1-2. Just missed inside. 2-2 now to Bruno. The team leader in hits with 30 this season. He also leads the team with 87 at-bats. That's more than 20 at-bats than the next closest Steamer. As Bruno stays alive, we'll do it again at 2-2. Nate Paulson, the next closest Steamer, with 65 at-bats. Tanner Thatcher right behind him at 64. Bruno's up with 2 outs here in the 7th. Steamers ahead by 8. The pitch. Swung on, chopped over to short. Stewart moves in. He'll throw to first in time to get Bruno. A 1-2-3 inning for the Sea Dogs pitching staff, as we'll head to the 8th here at Historic Hicks Field with the Clams ahead 9-1. Hello and welcome back to Historic Hicks Field, where the Steamers are out ahead by 8. Clams have made another pitching change on the mound. Cole Bates enters for the first time tonight, the 4th pitcher used by Edenton tonight. That one's outside to Chris Sinclair, getting his first at-bat of the night. Pinch hitting in the spot of Trey Keels. And head coach Justin Hill trying to get a lot of guys out here tonight. The Steamers with a couple of nights off after this game. 3 days off in the next 4 days. So that one misses for a ball, 2-0. These 3 days off in 4 days will be forgotten pretty quickly. After that, the Clams with just 2 days off for the rest of the season. That's if you include the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby, both being held here at historic Hicks Field. So that one's across for a called strike in the outside corner. 2-1 now to Sinclair. For Bates, it's his team-high 9th appearance of the season. He's thrown 11 2/3 innings. One of 3 Steamers pitchers to not allow a run yet this season. So that one's outside, 3-1. Steamers have only allowed 1 run tonight. They've had 10 games this season, not including tonight, where they've held the opponent to 2 runs or less. It's been dominant for the Steamers pitching staff this season as that one's up high, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for Sinclair to begin the 8th. And for a Steamers team that's been so dominant at 17-5, it's really been both sides. Once again, 10 games of allowing the opponents just 2 runs or less. And then for the offense, as mentioned, 7 double-digit scoring games. So when you combine those two pretty ridiculous statistics, you're going to get a pretty good team. Emmett Jefferson up to the plate now for the Sea Dogs with a runner over at first. He swings through the first pitch he sees. 0-1 the count. Jefferson yet to reach tonight. Bunted a man over back in the first. He struck out and grounded out since. Bates is the 3rd different pitcher that Jefferson has faced tonight. That one's taken for a called strike. 0-2 now the count to Jefferson. Cole Bates last pitched over in Tarboro, pitched a 1-2-3 inning, struck out a pair a couple of nights ago against the River Bandits. He's out ahead 0-2 against Jefferson. The pitch up high, 1-2. Again, only 2 hits in this game for the Sea Dogs. 1 came back in the first. And 1 was in the 4th. So they've gone a few innings now without a hit. They have drawn 6 walks tonight. So that one's down in the dirt, blocked by Kermode, and it rolls halfway up the first base line. Sinclair got cold feet, couldn't take off from first. 2-2 the count. No one down in the bullpen right now for Edenton. We'll see if Bates is here to collect the 8th and the 9th, or if another Steamer will come out for the 9th. He's 2-2 the count with Emmett Jefferson. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The first strikeout of the game for Cole Bates, and it's out number 1 here in the 8th. Cole Bates will strike a lot of guys out. He's got 27 strikeouts through 12 innings this season. A strikeout per 9 inning rate of 20.89. The highest on the team. And he builds on it there. 1 out here in the 8th. That one's taken for a called strike by Bryce Lane. 0-1 the count. Lane up for the 4th time tonight. He's 1 for 3 in the game. He doubled for his only hit back in his second at bat. Just once again, 1 of 2 hits for Virginia Beach. And Bates will step off. Go back over things again with Kermode as Sinclair retreats back to first. And now time is called by Lane, so we'll wait a bit longer for the 0-1. Still a packed house here at historic Hicks Field as we approach 9:30. Once again, the jerseys the Clams wearing tonight will be auctioned off. Money will go back to the Albemarle Area United Way. Off and going is Sinclair. Kermode scoops it up, throws down to second. It's not in time. That throw was right on the money from Case Kermode. Stevens applied a quick tag, but Sinclair got a good jump. He's into second with just one out. Man, Kermode put that ball right in front of second base, but the speed of Sinclair beat it out. And now Bates and Kermode will go have a chat. As for the fans in the field, it's being announced to them it's their last chance to bid on a jersey tonight. By the end of this half inning, the auction will be closed. So maybe Kermode and Bates just trying to waste a little bit more time, run up some of those auctions. Helping out a good cause with the United Way. So now it's Chris Sinclair down at second, Bryce Lane at the plate. 1-1 the count. Cole Bates into the game, the fourth pitcher used by Edenton tonight. The 1-1. Swung on, grounded towards the middle. Stevens is there, and he bobbles for a moment. His throw to first still in time for out number 2. And Sinclair moves from second to third on the play, so he's just 90 feet away. As Cole Bates trying to keep up his scoreless streak. Again, now he's pitched 12 1/3 this season, has not allowed a run. Sammy Canella's at the plate. He knocked in the only run for Virginia Beach tonight. An RBI single way back in the first inning. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Sinclair came way off the bag at third on that pitch. Doing whatever he can to try and make Cole Bates uncomfortable, right in his line of vision as he comes set. And time is called by Canella, so Bates will have to wait another moment. So Canella's reached twice in 3 plate appearances tonight, had that RBI single, but he also walked in his last at-bat. Struck out once as well tonight. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Count evens up 1-1. Cole Bates has gotten a lot of trust from Justin Hill on the mound this season. He's been one of the best relievers on the team and someone Hill has a lot of familiarity with as Canella takes that one for a called strike, 1-2. Bates played for Coach Hill over at Currituck County High School, where Coach Hill has coached there for the last 14 seasons as the head coach. Bates is ahead 1-2 against Canella. Runner over at third, 2 outs. The pitch. Oh, it comes across for a called strike 3. The second strikeout of the inning for Cole Bates. And he pitches a scoreless inning of relief here in the 8th. We'll head to the home half of inning number 8. Steamers leading by 8 runs. Hello and welcome back to historic Hicks Field, where the Steamers are out ahead of the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs 9-1. Very patriotic night here at historic Hicks Field. The Steamers in their American flag-based uniforms as Tanner Thatch leads things off and fouls it straight back. But it goes a lot deeper than the jerseys. There's flags all around the ballpark. The bases are even involved. First base is red. Second base is the normal white, and third base is blue. Red, white, and blue bases as Thatch takes up high, ball one. And even the scoreboard, so the ball count is red, the strike count is white, and the out count is blue. So a lot of patriotism going on here at historic Hicks Field. As Tanner Thatch stands in against Mills Bekovarkis. The fourth pitcher used by the Sea Dogs tonight, as that one's up high from Bekovarkis. 2-1 the count. Bekovarkis has pitched in 3 games this season, 4 2/3 innings, as Thatch will foul that one straight back. 2-2 the count. Bekovarkis pitched an inning the last time these teams matched up. He allowed 3 runs on 3 hits. Struck out a pair that night. He's got to face the most dangerous man at historic Hicks Field. The 2-2 pitch floats up high to Thatch. 3-2 the count. Thatch has already knocked in 3 runs tonight and an RBI double back in the first. A 2-run single a couple of at-bats ago. He's 2 for 3 tonight. He also walked. The 3-2. Up high, ball 4. Tanner Thatch reaches for the 4th time tonight on his 2nd walk. And that'll bring up Davis Halstead. Halstead had a night last night. Halstead went 4 for 4 and walked. He reached in all 5 of his plate appearances, the best night of his Steamers career. Knocked in a couple of runs, had a double, scored a couple times. A night that Halstead's going to remember this season. He comes in place of Jackson Hipp, who was out in right field to start this game. That's up and in to Halstead, 1-0 the count. Last night was the first time Halstead had more than 2 plate appearances in a game, and he did a fantastic job taking advantage. He'll swing and line that one back towards center field, and it was right at Canella, who makes the catch for out number 1. Halstead is on it right now. Hit that ball right on the nose. Now he's playing with the bat boy, seeing who was going to pick up that bat, and he lets the bat boy win that battle. And that'll be Houston Wright coming up to the plate in place of Tate Abbott. Abbott went 2 for 4 with a pair of home runs tonight. Wright grounds it over to second, could be 2. Flip to second for 1, back over to first in time. And the Sea Dogs turn 2 to wrap up the 8th inning. We'll head to the 9th here at historic Hicks Field. Steamers ahead by 8. Who's ready to rock? The first annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 24th. We'll welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 4 p.m. that afternoon, PB&J will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 6, and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 8. Advanced tickets will be made available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15, or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rockin' event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. Talib Whitfield into the game, leading things off for the Sea Dogs as Tanner Thatch on the mound for the first time tonight. The 5th pitcher used by head coach Justin Hill. Trying to get a bunch of different guys work before the 2-day layoff. Thatch's pitch is across for a called strike, 1-1. Thatch, like Cole Bates in the last inning, one of 3 Steamers pitchers to not allow a run this season. For those interested, Jared Beebe is the 3rd of the 3. For Thatch, it's his 6th appearance on the mound this season. He's pitched 10 innings on the nose. That one's outside for a ball, 2-1. He started a game and earned a win. He's also saved 2 games. He's been utilized in just about every way on this team. And remember, tonight he was the designated hitter and knocked in 3 runs and walked twice as well. Thatch can do a little bit of everything. But once again, mainly known for his incredible work at the plate. Was the Steamer of the Week this week. Knocked in 14 runs in 5 games. Had 4 home runs in the last 7 days. Only adding on to his team leading total tonight. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Whitfield for the first out of the 9th. It was snagged by Jeremiah Boyd, who's into the game to catch for Edenton. Another sub, Houston Wright, also over at first. He came in to hit for Tate Abbott. Sean Aronson at the plate for the Sea Dogs. And he'll swing and miss at the first pitch from Thatch. That ball was in the glove of Jeremiah Boyd before Aronson could get the swing off. Aronson batting for Morris Ford, who went 0 for 3 tonight. That one's across for a called strike, 0-2. Thatch, the 1A State Player of the Year in North Carolina, pitched and hit at Perquimans High School, where he won a state title this season. Swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts for Tanner Thatch. Two outs here in the 9th. The Sea Dogs down to their final out as Jordan Daddio comes to the plate. The 3rd man in this 9th inning, making his first at-bat of the night. And they're all being welcomed up to the plate by Tanner Thatch. The lefty's ready. This first pitch, outside, 1-0. Daddio steps in for Lincoln Lubson, who started this game behind the plate for the Sea Dogs. Went 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. One-zero pitch. Just misses. It's a called strike, pardon me, at the knees. 1-1 the count. Thatch's 1-1 pitch. Floats up a bit high. 2-1 the count. Daddio wasn't in the lineup to start the game. Hasn't had a ton of success against the Steamers this season. 0 for 4 against Edenton. As he takes a bit off the plate. 3-1 the count. Thatch is ready from the windup. The pitch swung on, hit back towards the middle, and it's past a diving Stevens at second. It's a 2-out single for Jordan Daddio, and the Sea Dogs have a man aboard. That's only the third hit of the game for Virginia Beach. It's their first hit since the 4th inning. It's Dominic Younger's up to the plate now, another man making his first plate appearance tonight. That's only the 4th hit allowed by Thatch this season. That one's down in the dirt, handled by Jeremiah Boyd. 1-0 the count. Younger up to the plate, hitting in the spot of Christian Henderson, who started tonight at second. Younger only 6 at-bats this season, 1 for 6 coming into tonight. He'll take for a called strike. Count evens up 1-1. Younger struck out in 3 of those at-bats. It's only his 4th game with the Sea Dogs. Way outside, got by Boyd. It bounces off the backstop back to Thatch. And Daddy will move from first to second. It's the first time this season we've seen it ricochet so hard off that brick backstop that it went back to the mound. We've seen it come back to the catcher, but Tanner Thatch just a couple of steps off of that mound, and the ball came right back to him. So again, Younger in for Chris Henderson. He went 0 for 3 tonight. Not that many Sea Dogs had a ton of success against Steamers pitching in this game. 2-1 is swung on and missed. 2-2. The Sea Dogs down to their final strike. Thatch, the 5th pitcher used by Justin Hill tonight, trying to keep the Sea Dogs at just 1 run. It's a 2-2 count with Younger. The pitch. Swung on, floated back towards the middle. Fine moving in. He'll make the catch to wrap this one up. The Steamers win it over the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs 9-1 here at historic Hicks Field. A dominant all-around effort for Edenton. They put 9 on the board offensively. The pitching staff holds Virginia Beach to just 1. That's now the 11th game this season. The Steamers have held an opponent to 2 or fewer runs. The Steamers now improved to 15-2 when they hit a home run this season. The Steamers are now 18-5 overall this season, 14-5 in PCO play. And they move to 12-3 here at home. It's the 9th straight win at historic Hicks Field. Well, we've got to get out of here before the fireworks show is underway here at historic Hicks Field. The second one of the season, but it's another victory for the Edenton Steamers, 18-5 on the year. First place in the PCL. We'll see you in a couple of nights.